I've put together a build that's going to make you feel like you've got all the power of the Traveler and none of the responsibility. If you haven't gotten the Rime coat Raiment yet, you're actually throwing, but don't worry, I made a build just for you when you get one. So diving right into Rime coat Raiment, this is going to take your turrets to a whole new level. Your Bleak Watcher turrets are enhanced with extended range and are surrounded by stasis crystals and a storm. While standing in the storm, you are granted icicles over time. Icicles activate when you fire your weapons, applying slow to targets they hit. For the weapons, you can use anything that you like. These are the ones I've been having fun with. Lost Signal with auto-loading holster and reverberation. And then I also have Luna's Howl with heal clip and incandescent. You could also use any heavy that you like. I've been experimenting with Adrenaline Junkie. Do not flame me for not using bait and switch. Now for the subclass, we will be using Prismatic. Starting with a super, I am going to be using Winter's Wrath because I believe that it fits very well with this exotic. Cause you know, stasis, turrets, all that jazz. Now for the aspects, put on Feed the Void. Defeat a target with any ability to proc Devour. Now what's cool about Devour is that it'll give you additional health and grenade energy. Then you'll have Bleak Watcher. This is important because without this aspect, this build is nothing. Hold down your grenade and it'll give you a stasis turret. For the abilities, we will be using Phoenix Dive. Feel free to use a Healing Rift, and if you're brave enough, go ahead and use Empowering Rift. For the melee, we will be using Threaded Needle because it looks cool, and sometimes when you kill an enemy, it'll turn them into a ball. And then Healing Nade. I know what you're gonna think, I'm throwing, but hear me out. The Healing Nade has the lowest cooldown. And on top of that, when you have tier 10 discipline, the cooldown will be at 45 seconds. Now on to the fragments. Starting with Facet of Dawn. Power melee hits against targets makes you radiant. Power melee final blows makes you and your nearby allies radiant as well. Facet of Devotion. Defeating targets afflicted with stasis or strand debuffs grants bonus light transcendence energy. Facet of Balance. Rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy. Rapidly defeating targets with darkness damage grants grenade energy. Facet of Protection. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. While Transcendent, the effect is increased. And finally, Facet of Ruin. Increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increases the area effect of solar ignitions. Before we talk about the armor mods, if you appreciate this drip, here's the transmog. If I'm going to defeat enemies, I want to look pretty while doing so. Leave a comment rating my drip, because we all know that fashion is the real in-game here. Now on to the armor mods. For the helmet, we have Double Harmonic Siphon, and because we're on stasis, we will create orbs of power upon stasis weapon final blows, and then hands-on to gain bonus super energy when we get kills using our Threaded Needle. For the arms, have on Heavy-Handed to get orbs upon Threaded Needle final blows. Then you'll have Momentum Transfer to reduce your melee cooldown when causing damage with your stasis turret, and then Fastball to increase grenade throw distance. For the chest piece, feel free to have on whatever you like. This is just what I have on for now, and I normally change it up based on what activity that I'm doing. For the legs, having recuperation is really important to have on because every time you pick up an orb, you replenish your health, and then double Innervation to reduce grenade cooldown when you pick up an orb. Lastly, for the bond, put on Outreach to reduce melee cooldown when we Phoenix Dive, Reaper to get an orb when we get a weapon final blow shortly after Phoenix Diving, and then finally, Powerful Attraction to collect nearby orbs when you Phoenix Dive. Now, you're not just setting up these turrets like some passive observer. Oh no, you're popping these turrets like you're in an anime speed montage. Run in, drop a turret in a spot that makes no sense. Dash to the next target, set another one. It's chaos, and it's unpredictable. It's like the turrets are on stimulants and you've got zero chill. The key is to never stop moving and never stop throwing turrets. You're going to look like you're running the game on fast forward and your enemies won't know what hit them. And don't forget about your super. You're gonna want to pop it, let loose a tidal wave of ice and destruction to really send them into a panic. This is the stasis turret playstyle on steroids. This puts Osmomancy to shame. Throw down turrets everywhere, run circles around your enemies, freeze everything in sight. Keep moving. And if there's a stasis turret sitting idle for more than 3 seconds, you're doing it wrong. Plop another one, get back to running circles like the turbocharged war machine you are. Anyways, if you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to leave a like and click that subscribe button for me. And if you didn't know, I live stream on Twitch. I do a lot of PvE things, and I teach Guardians PvE things. If you want to hop in for any of that, all my socials will be linked down below along with the dim link. Happy gaming, Guardians, and remember that I love you in-game.